Today's vlog, Can Dogs Be Haunted? Before we start this one, I want to explain that each video I do, maybe not every single one, but most, will reveal it like a little tidbit of what I've learned about the spirit world and afterlife and just my experience as a medium. So keep listening and keep learning. And today's episode has one of those interesting little tidbits. So let's dive into episode 4. Can dogs be haunted? The lady enjoying a little northeast winter sun with Nala the pit bull is my amazing sister. When I travel back north to visit my family, I always enjoy our bonding time of game nights and sleepovers. Nala would never be too far behind from the activities, and she was always part of the family. When I first met Nala, it didn't take long for me to notice her unusual behaviors. My family explained that she's acted like this since the day they brought her home. So, what was so strange? First, sweet Nala was terrified of the basement stairs. I know, seems reasonable to be scared, but lots of dogs struggle with it. However, Nala didn't even want to walk past the stairs, not even when the door was closed. She would whine for someone to walk with her, and if no one was around, she would choose to walk past it sideways or backwards. She also hated walking past the dishwasher, and it didn't have to be on or be making noise. Every time she had to walk past the dishwasher, she walked backwards, and she never took her eyes off of it. The last strange behavior she displayed was in the middle of the living room. It was an open space, and she would walk in circles, not chasing her tail, but instead seemingly looking confused. I watched this particular behavior all weekend, trying to clear my mind and go into a meditative state to see if anything would come through, focusing to see if I could get any answers. Perhaps it was the excitement of family around, nieces and nephews to bond with. I got nothing from this dog. Perhaps she really was just a strange animal. I flew home, and it only took a few nights before I had the answers I was searching for. I had a dream that Nala was being haunted by an 8-year-old girl. Poor Nala didn't recognize this little girl, but the little girl loved Nala with like a genuine childlike adoration. She played games with her like hide and seek. She loved to hide on the basement stairs and behind the dishwasher. When Nala walked past, she would jump out and laugh, not realizing she was scaring the shit out of the dog. It was all good, innocent fun for her. As for Nala's circle walks in the living room, I first have to explain to you this little side note, and here's your little tidbit. When a child passes away and they visit me, they are very fast, like literally run, play, jump in a way that makes them a blur. They move so quickly, as opposed to a person that dies as an adult and manifests to me as a child. They will be still. They look like a kid, but they stay standing in one spot. This little girl was super fast. She would run circles around Nala, causing Nala to do those strange circles in the middle of the living room. Poor dog just wanted to keep her eye on this child, but the child was super fast, crafty, and having a lot of fun. The last thing I realized about this child is that she was incarnated as in her human form as a boy. Is another little tidbit. I know this statement needs further explanation. Okay, here we go. Your soul is either a boy or a girl. When you incarnate into a human form, you decide if you want to live your life as a boy or a girl. See, we're all here to learn. That's how our soul grows. We need to experience life as both genders, living many lives with many incarnations, always learning so our souls can develop and grow. Like, have you ever heard someone refer to someone as an old soul? Yeah, because that's the thing. With that explanation, Nala didn't recognize this little girl spirit because when she was alive, she was a boy. So Nala the dog only saw this child as a boy. So this little girl spirit was very confusing. So that after that dream, I called my sister to tell her about it. I was finally able to explain Nala's behaviors, which was exciting for me. And I explained to her about the little girl and the hiding spots and the silly games. I told my sister that the family can talk to this little girl, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't going to listen. She's having too much fun and giggling, and she's just it's unparalleled joy. I told my sister that Nala didn't recognize the little girl, but it might be because when she was a human, she was a boy. And with that statement, my sister did the classic "you nailed it again" sigh that always, gives me a little confidence boost. So after that, my sister explained that they inherited Nala from my nephew's friend. The family bred pit bulls, and for whatever reason, my nephew's friend really wanted to keep Nala. So the family agreed. Shortly after, the child was diagnosed with cancer, a battle he eventually lost. After which, my sister agreed to take care of his dog for the remaining years the dog had. The child that passed away was an 8-year-old boy. Nala's story ended with my sister waking up one morning and wondering why she wasn't hearing any of Nala's usual morning noises, the clicking nails on the floor or the sighs for breakfast. My brother-in-law went in the living room to find Nala had passed peacefully in her sleep one night, and yes, reunited with the little boy. To this day, that is one of the most comforting meditation images I have ever experienced, is watching. I'm starting to get a little choked up. But I'm a huge dog person, so this was like super comforting for me to see that this, dog reunite with this child's spirit. And, he understood everything, as he crossed over. And although the child's spirit was still a female, he recognized, he knew their energies matched. You didn't have that plane of existence confusion anymore. And I mean, they just ran off and played, and I'm starting to get a little emotional. It was super sweet, especially I've had so many dogs pass away, and it's nice to know, like, all right, when I pass, they are going to be there waiting for me to run around in the pastures. I know lots of people say that, and it seems silly, but to get that vision was really comforting. Hopefully it comforts some of you out there also. So that is, can dogs be haunted? They certainly can. And children are really fast, and your soul is a boy or a girl. We covered a lot of topics in this quick little vlog. So hopefully it brings you back to listen to more. Sharing is caring. So if you know a loved one that's lost a pet, you can share this vlog with them and bring them some comfort, knowing that, yes, the spirits stay around. You'll see your dogs in the afterlife. Got a big lump in my throat. So on that note, I'm going to say, have a great day, and thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me for this episode of The Hidden Medium. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends or on your social media. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit the icon, because there are many more readings and life stories to be told.